It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 go!
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
All right, we are joined by today's second place finisher, Kasey Kahne, and today's third place finisher, Matt Kenseth. Kasey, why don't you tell us a little bit about your run, and then we'll get to Matt.
Yeah, we had a really loose race car, sideways all day, entry, middle, exit, and just kept trying to fix it, kept trying to get it better, and we never really did. I mean, we got it better at the end, but it wasn't. That final run was the best it had been. It was still a 10th to 12th place car. So we took fuel as late as we could under that caution because of all the green flag runs today. We just kept taking fuel and just saved. I saved for 42 laps or 40 laps right there, and I never ran out coming to the pits. So we had enough to finish if it stayed green, and I guess it's just a good finish. I mean, it's kind of weird to be up here, but it's a good finish for what we had.
Matt, you want to tell us a little bit about your run today as well?
Ours was good. Our car was pretty decent all day. I mean, it felt like we were a little off, but our speed was really good all day. Thought it was a really fun race. I thought there was a lot of exciting 3 and 4 wide racing, and the track was real challenging today, so I thought that was a good time. But we just kind of got beat on the pit deal again. We had an official in front of our car, and we did too. That cost us 2 spots leaving the pits, and that really hurt us. And at the end we had a little miscue on our 2 tire stop, and that hurt us a little bit too. So just didn't quite work out. There's a lot of different strategies, and some guys can make it to the end, some couldn't, and we're just not in exactly the right place to capitalize on it.
All right, we're going to open up to questions. Please be sure to state your name and your affiliation.
Nate Ryan, USA Today. Matt, two questions, I guess. On the pit road deal, you seem to think that maybe NASCAR could have put you back up in the lead. Did you understand why they didn't do that? Or?
Well, I guess knew they wouldn't, but I've seen them before in cases where an official's made a mistake and they've corrected it. I can't remember, it was Carl somewhere in a nationwide series race, where the official called something wrong and they put him back. So I mean, yeah, I always hope for that possibility, but the official just walked out and stood right in front of my car when it was time to go, and it was either run him over and hurt him or wait for him to get the heck out of the way. So I had to wait, and it wasn't really lead because that's when Jimmy and the 77 stayed out, but it would have put us 2 cars farther forward and the first car on fresh tires. And at the end of the race, I mean, the way the caution fell, it might not have made a difference, but it might have. It would have had us probably out in front of the 83.
And then at the end, you and some other drivers seem to be expressing displeasure with NASCAR allowing the first 4 cars, I guess, to kind of go down the apron and pass the pace car. Did you understand what was going on there?
Well, there's nothing wrong with going down an apron. That's what everybody's got to do to save fuel. The problem was that, and I didn't think you could pass a pace car, but the leader would stand in the gas and go 10 car lengths out of the pace car and shut the motor off, and then coast back and not maintain a cautious pace, and then take off again and took off the apron. So it was just real confusing. I mean, I thought you kind of had to stay closed up, but if I was in their position, obviously I'd be doing the same thing, trying to make it to the end on fuel. But I remember when Greg wasn't going fast enough across the line at Kansas, everybody complained that he wasn't, maintaining pace and he wasn't the winner and blah, blah, blah. Well, here you had somebody passing the pace car by 10 car lengths and then 10 car lengths behind him and back and forth. So I was just trying to figure out what it is. I mean, if it's okay to do that, that's good to know. I just didn't know that you could ever pass a pace car. I mean, I try to do it too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining about what they did.
I didn't pass him.
Whatever.
I saw him doing that.
Casey did pass him.
I don't think you could do that.
Yeah,
but I was gapping.
I didn't know you could ever do that either.
That was a bit, yeah.
Any other questions?
Matt Hondo Carpenter from WLAJ. Kyle Petty on the broadcast said next time he figured you'd just throw the official up on your hood and go. I mean, talk about that. That whole incident, would you please?
Well, it maybe would have, but he was too big. I thought he'd do damage to the fender. Just kidding. No, I mean, I could have run somebody over and hurt him. But, when he walked out there, and, he saw my guys were all coming back, and usually when they walk out there, they'll go all the way to the right side and look at the nuts, and that would have been fine. If he would have just kept walking, I could have eased on out there, and he would have been on the wrong side of the car, but I could have got out of there, and he would have seen I was on my way. But the problem was with guys were crossing this way, and he was going this way, and he stopped right in front of my right front headlight, so, I think that if they could see how long, I don't know, it's hard to fix every call. There's all kinds of balls and strikes calls, so it's just part of it. But, I wish you would have been paying a little bit more attention there because track position is still important.
Nate.
Matt, this is where you guys sort of started your charge in 05 toward the chase. So you've now rattled off, I think, 5 top 10s in a row. Do you feel like you're even ahead of where you were maybe 3 years ago, and you guys are maybe in good position to make it again this year?
Well, I don't know. I definitely feel like we're getting better. I mean, we had a string of miserable finishes there. a couple months ago, I think we had 3 or 4 that was 38th or worse or something. So things have definitely been in the upswing. We've been pretty competitive. Last week's the best I think I've ever ran at Pocono as far as speed and competitiveness, just the whole strategy thing again. And here I really think we had the car to beat. The 83 did at times, but I think overall I think we had the car to beat, and we just couldn't quite get it done at the end. But if you bring fast cars to the track every week and they're competitive and they're fast and they can run in the top 5 and run in the top 10, you'll hopefully gather your points and win some races sooner or later, hopefully.
Any other questions for Kasey or Matt? Any questions in the press box for Matt Kenseth or Kasey Kahne? All right.
I think everybody's out there.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thanks, guys.
very much.